So this, so this is, so kind of, so I came out to see, so I came out here, this movie. All right. Yes, it's Drafthouse Diary. I came out here to the Alamo Drafthouse at Littleton's Aspen Grove to see Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis. I could end it here. I'm not sure what else to say. I want to like this movie. I wanted to like this movie going in. I go to movies because I like them and I want to like them. This movie had so much going for it, had so much potential, had so much fascination for me because it is an individual vision. This is a movie that Francis Ford Coppola made for no other reason than he wanted to make it, and he had the money to do so. And I love that kind of focused vision movie, something that is one person's plan, one person's desire to make this piece of art. And, well, let me talk about first what is good about this movie. It looks beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. It is all rich, golden bronze tones, shimmering lights. It is a very focused visual language and visual environment that this movie creates, and I enjoyed being pulled into that. As far as the performances go, there are some remarkable actors giving very good performances, doing a very good job with what they're given. The story, there's no reason the story should not have been fine, could not have been powerful. It's not a perfect story. It is very much something that more than revels in the great man theory of history. I mean, and definitely it is men, because women get to be wives or mothers or the sainted dead, or the one woman who has any ambition is portrayed as a villain. She approaches her ambition as a villain, but women are not presented as having any other options in this world. So our story is essentially embodiments of the long-running philosophical conflict between the mayor, who represents status quo government and civil society, the chairman of the design authority for the city, who he represents art, he represents vision, something for the future, something beyond mere status quo and utility, although utility for all is a big part of the motivation there. And then there is the banker, the money, the resources to support either of these visions of the present and the future. Not a terrible framework for a story, but it is told in such a, I don't want to say pretentious, because I don't like pretentious as a criticism, because pretentious is usually someone's way of criticizing ambition. And this movie definitely had ambition, and I'm all for that. In some ways, it was just lazy. It had an outline, it had a sketch of what it wanted to be, and it just settled for being that sketch. It was as if Coppola had a dream board about all the things that he wanted to have influence this remarkable epic movie of his, and he just showed us the dream board instead of making a coherent movie. If you want your movie to seem Shakespearean, that's a fine ambition. Give it weight, give it timelessness, give it depth, give it characters who seem to have a presence and a sense of what they represent, and give them dialogue that is important and reflects their inner and outer truths. You don't make your movie Shakespearean by literally lifting lines out of Shakespeare and plugging them into your characters' speeches with no good context, with nothing other than the seeming desire to say, look, he's quoting Shakespeare. No, he's not quoting Shakespeare. He's saying this as if he's the first one to think of this line from this famous Shakespeare play. Doesn't that make my character important? No, it makes your character seem addled, and it makes you as a screenwriter just seem really confused and borderline plagiarist. If you want your movie to seem like it has the weight of history, you don't do that by ham-fisted lifting of crude, obvious imagery from history and lifting well-known historical lines and once again giving them to your characters as if they are something original. It's lazy. It's a blunt instrument. I know Francis Ford Coppola can do better. I know almost any professional screenwriter can do better. what was the point other than to distract me and take me out of the movie every time one of those things happened? And it wasn't just dialogue, it was imagery, it was costuming. The costuming was interesting, was beautiful, and then occasionally we'd get to something where, oh, they're invoking this act of Julius Caesar. Let me think about that for a while instead of paying attention to the movie that's in front of me. Clearly, Francis Ford Coppola had a lot of ideas, put every single one of them up on the screen, and many of them were not very good. And a little more editing, a little more judicious decision-making about what to actually craft this movie from would have given us a remarkable movie. I might come and see this movie again because it did look beautiful. The performances were very good. And I almost want to know, is there something I'm missing? Is there something I didn't figure out? I don't really think so, but I might give it a try. So I can't say that I recommend this movie. I did have strong feelings about it, so if that is your gauge as to whether art is worthwhile, then yeah, this is a worthwhile movie. I am going to be thinking about it for a long time. Not all good thoughts, but I will be thinking about it. Yeah, other parts of my trip to the Alamo. The pre-show was made for this movie, and it was an interesting mixed bag. A lot of trailers for movies, for both Shakespearean adaptation movies, including like Laurence Olivier's Hamlet, and the Julius Caesar with Marlon Brando and James Mason, and also other movies about Rome, not just Julius Caesar, but Spartacus. We had a music video in which Aubry Plaza, who's in the movie, rages and eats plants and stuff. If I can find that song, I'll put it in the description. We also had a series of Giancarlo Esposito's pet peeves from Funny or Die, and Esposito is also in the movie. Those were interesting, those were fun. We had a trailer for Apocalypse Now. There might have been a trailer for another Francis Ford Coppola movie. I did not see the first 5 minutes of the pre-show, so I'm not sure how it started. But it wasn't a remarkable pre-show, but it was a good way to lead into this movie. I did get some dinner at this visit. Well, I sort of got dinner. What I got was the appetizer serving of their buffalo cauliflower bites. You can get those with buffalo sauce or with their sweet gochujang sauce. I got them with the buffalo sauce. They come with some vegan ranch. They were very good. I think the only difference between that and the entree serving is that the entree also comes with fries, which you can upgrade to a side salad. And I think you might get a little more if you order the entree version. I also got some popcorn. I knew I was going to want popcorn, so that's why I just got the appetizer serving of the cauliflower. I haven't had the cauliflower before. I've tried it because some of the people I come here with love that. It's one of their go-tos. And it's not my favorite, but it's very good. The staff was very good, very friendly, fast service. So as far as that goes in the experience of being here at the movie theater, it was a good evening. And like I said, the movie at least is going to keep me thinking. I hope you enjoyed this Drafthouse Diary. If you did, please click the like button. And if you want to see more of these as they come out, click the subscribe button. But most important, thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back soon with more. In the meantime, enjoy your movies. And when you do, stay till the end of the credits.